Hello again, IUS. This is the Horizon Newscast for the week of November 8th, 2010. I'm Desiree Smith. Our top story of the week is last week's midterm elections. David Woodson and Jordan Smith were out on Tuesday getting the campus reaction.
We're here on the IU Southeast campus to find out what students think about the upcoming elections. Why are you voting today?
I voted today because voting is it's the most important civil right we have in this country. Most people around the world don't get the opportunity to go out and vote.
In your opinion, what is at stake in these midterms elections?
I'm not really up on the policies right now. I haven't really been keeping up. More or less, the campaign ads have been kind of a turnoff to me.
A recent study showed that for these midterm elections, Democrats have launched substantially more personal attack ads than their Republican counterparts. We caught up with Shallow Harris of the College Democrats to get her opinion on her party's recent actions.
Not a big fan of the mudslinging, period. But I've also heard that, studies show that if you get people upset by throwing mud on both sides, you're more apt to get people to come out and vote.
This has been Jordan Smith with David Woodson for the Horizon Newscast.
We hope you got an early start on your Christmas shopping and maybe even learned a thing or two about international crafts and free trade at the Wares of the World Bazaar. Ashley Agnew and Christy Taylor have the story.
Many students and members of the community came to the Wares of the World exhibit on November 1st and 2nd.
Annual program that the International Programs Committee sponsors every fall, and we have free trade items available from around the world. And so it raises awareness about free trade and then also allows students to purchase items from around the world.
The Wares of the World exhibit featured many crafts from all over the world. 10% of the profits went back to IUS.
10% of the proceeds stays here and goes for scholarships for study abroad.
Okay. I found a lot of the jewelry interesting, a lot of the musical instruments actually, and I like some of the china they have over there. So.
The items are actually provided by 10,000 Villages, and they're the group that travels the world to purchase items at a fair price, and then they're sold around the country at a fair price.
From Hoosier West, this is Ashley Agnew with the Horizon Newscast.
Those are your top stories of the week. Here's Brooke Lehman with this week's top news briefs.
Given positive feedback from New York Times, the New York Post, and hundreds of viewers, Thornton Wilder's play, Our Town, will be showing this November 5th and 6th, and again the following week, the 12th, 13th, and 14th. The play will be shown at the Ogle Center. The admission is $12 for adults and $6 for students and seniors, and faculty and staff. Come out and enjoy a great play. The air is getting chilly as the fall semester comes to an end. Don't let yourself get too caught up in finals and the holidays and forget about scheduling your spring semester's classes. They are filling up quick. Early priority registrations start on October 25th, and then the open registrations for everyone else starts on November 13th. Mark it on your calendars. You are now caught up on the latest campus news. I'm Brooke Lehman. Back to you, Desiree.
What comes after the quote, trick or treat? Yeah, I'm not smelling anyone's feet, but Brittany Bullard and Stephanie Taggart were out at the IUS Children's Center Smell My Feet event.
Leopards, bumblebees, princesses, army men, and other characters came to the Children's Center to see what fun was in store.
This is our annual Trick or Treat Smell My Feet. We have different activities such as the picture frame making, the face painting. We do different games where they could feel around in the boxes and see if they are really brains or really intestines or things like that.
One of the most popular activities of the night was guessing the which parts. After sticking their hands in boxes to figure out which food made up which part, the children had one common reaction. The event wasn't just fun and games. Ruben Borrego, IUS police officer, spoke with the children about Halloween safety.
We're basically teaching kids to know the dangers of Halloween, as long as the positive notes of them, the rewards. So that's what this video is about.
From the middle of it all at the Children's Center, this is Stephanie Taggart and Brittany Bullard for the Horizon Newscast.
The effects of the recent rally to restore sanity in Washington, D.C. are still being felt after the recent midterm elections. A few of the Horizon editors attended the event. Here's their story.
I'm here at the National Mall in Washington, D.C. for the Rally to Restore Sanity. As you can see behind me, there are at least 100,000 people here ready to restore sanity to America.
This was not a rally to ridicule people of faith or people of activism or to look down our noses at the heartland or passionate argument or to suggest that times are not difficult and that we have nothing to fear. But we live now in hard times, not end times.
The Rally for Sanity and/or Fear attracted more than 215,000 citizens from across the nation. Many expressed their feelings toward political mudslinging and fear tactics in politics and the media.
Because I really like the message. It's amazing to me that it comes from a comedian and not a politician, but there you have it. And it was important enough that I felt those of us who are rational, who are not into screaming at each other, make a stand and show our faces. And
there were those who went to experience this once-in-a-lifetime event and to get the chance to see Jon Stewart and Stephen Colbert.
It made it more real. It's like, there are people out there who are in places of importance, even if they're just comedians, who agree with me, who, speak for me. And, anymore, it's like nobody speaks up for, like, the younger generation, it seems like. And, like, they do that. They come out, and it's like, my ideas, my opinions and stuff. And to see them up there saying what I believe, I mean, it was amazing.
This has been Joseph Deaver with the Horizon Newscast.
Here's CJ Daniels with this week's What's the Word?
Kentucky, are you out of your minds? How could you vote this into office? And what I mean by this is Senator-elect Rand Paul. Paul was chosen to be Kentucky Senator after a long battle with candidate and Attorney General Jack Conway. After the mess we've experienced with the Bush era, you think Kentuckians would choose someone with a bright light. Yet we get a dim dum-dum. I'm all in giving people chances, but Rand has used racist undertones in his campaign, and no one in this state has confronted him about it. What did he mean by the government shouldn't be the master, but be the servant? What did he mean by privatized businesses should be able to have who they want in their establishments? My point is, he is what the Old South stands for, and this is not the direction Kentucky should be taking. We need jobs, and we need health care. Although some of you are on the government assistance program we call Medicare. Yet, you are marching against universal health care. There isn't anything wrong with big government, but there is something wrong when government isn't effective. So when Kentucky goes downhill, remember, you chose this loose cannon. Have a happy 2 Randful years, and guess what? This is CJ, and that's my word.
That's all for the Horizon Newscast this week. Check us out online for all of your campus news anytime 24/7. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.